Hello my sweet friends, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking all about what I'm writing for NaNoWriMo this year. I wanted to make this video, one, to obviously share what I'm doing, since I didn't really give much information at all in my last writing vlog talking about preparing for NaNoWriMo, and that's because I wanted to kind of get it fleshed out a little bit more. And I also wanted to share this because, too, hopefully talking through it out loud will help me flesh it out even more, because I can already tell you that this NaNoWriMo is going to be a bit of a struggle. I'm going into November this year. What's today? Hold on. Today's the 29th. So we've got, counting today, 3 days left of NaNoWriMo. And I know what I'm writing, but I am so far behind. I've never been this unprepared going into a NaNoWriMo that I am right now, this year. I also wanted to talk a little bit about motivation and writing motivation and continuing to challenge yourself and reach these goals while not quite having all the motivation or focus to really sit down and like work on all of this, because I've been dealing with that hardcore. So basically what I'm doing for NaNoWriMo this year is an idea that I've had, I'm gonna say maybe almost a year ago, definitely I think around this same time last year, because it was something that sort of came to mind when I was plotting last year's NaNoWriMo story, which is Project DA, which is Dark Academia, and there's a lot of similarities this year to the story I did last year, which I still haven't finished, but we are going to get back to that. I've had a lot of people ask me about Project DA and sort of like what I'm doing with it, because obviously, as we all know, as I'm going to keep saying, because sometimes people haven't seen all my videos and I just pop up randomly and recommended. Yes, I was gone for a long time, but I'm back, so don't worry. But yes, it is not finished, but I am going to come back to it. Do not worry. Trust me, I'm so in love with that story. But basically, as I was talking about in my last video, which was the writing vlog, getting ready for NaNoWriMo, I've had this idea about a year ago, and it's something I've been very excited about, and I've been thinking about it and like sort of planning in my head as I've been gone, that I was going to do this for NaNoWriMo this year. And as we saw in the last video, I sat down, looked at all the ideas, and I just couldn't stop thinking about this one idea. So we're doing this. So as of right now, it is going to be called Project Alternus, which is actually, that word alternus is Latin for alternate, and I found that out. I was kind of doing research for this story, and I'll get into what that is in a second, and it kind of sounded cool, and so like I wrote the word down, and so it's just kind of been in my head. It's like Project Alternus sounds kind of cool, so for now we've got that. If I come up with something else, that's fine, but that's just sort of how my mind has been referring to it. So Project Alternus, NaNoWriMo 2021, and it is going to be about parallel worlds. It's basically going to be speculative fiction with dark academia, of course, because anytime it's fall, I just really like dark academia, so I had to add a little bit. So essentially, and again, bear with me because this is something I'm struggling with coming up with plot for. I have had the worst motivation and focus when it comes to writing and novel crafting in general. Again, this is super early brainstorming, and as y'all know, just with my other projects, anytime I talk about something, especially in the early stages, things can and will change. So, not saying everything will, but just take everything with a grain of salt. This is just what we have right now. Edith Crane, main character. It's gonna take place in either like the late 60s, early 70s in America, but the world is gonna be slightly different. It's basically going to it's like the same, but it's like slight alternate history kind of thing, where just some things are different. Technology and science is going to be a lot more advanced than it was then, and sort of even how it is now, but just in a different way. So it's still got like the 60s, 70s aesthetic, but not the, it's not going to be as, like, what's the word, outdated, I guess. And in this world, with the more advanced science and technology, stuff like that, they have scientists and like the general field of study of parallel worlds and studying parallel worlds. And basically with the research that has been done already, it's like they know that parallel worlds exist, but they haven't quite figured out how to like open up a tear to get into another parallel world, stuff like that. So there's like these small groups of scientists, world-renowned scientists, and I haven't thought of the name yet for the field of study or for the people who study it, you know, like biology and biologists, something like that. I haven't come up with a name yet, and that's where I found the word alternus, because I was looking at like what is something, you know, Latin's always a good way to go when it comes to that kind of stuff. So like, what is alternate, parallel kind of thing, to think of a name for that, but hasn't happened yet. Our main character, Edith Crane, I love that name, it's so cute. She is a, well, where it starts, she is a recent high school graduate, and she was like top of her class, super smart. She was like hailed as like a kid genius, prodigy sort of thing, and within the like science communities, she from a young age wanted to study blank, whatever the study of parallel worlds is going to be called. And you know, she had done like conferences and presentations like growing up as a kid that always interested her, and so she was like kind of well known in like the science community and within that specific community. And so in this world, in America, there is a super prestigious college, university, it's the only school in the world with like a specific program for this research, parallel worlds. And so they only accept like, what did I say? It's a very small number, like 5 students a year, or like every 4 years or something. It's very like prestigious. That's where we get the dark academia aspect in. So she was accepted to the college, and she was accepted into this super prestigious program. And so basically the story is her and these like 4 or however other many super smart students who want to become the word for the scientist who wants to study parallel worlds and research and stuff like that. And anyway, basically the basic plot that I have right now is her and one of her classmates. They all kind of figure out how to open up a tear into a parallel world, and then her and one of her classmates gets stuck in a different parallel world, and the tear closes and they don't know how to get back. And it's basically them trying to get home, you know, figuring out the just how that works, doing research, you know, through their exploration of the different world, and also making tears into other worlds and like jumping through other tears in other worlds to try to get back home. And that's sort of the vague basic plot that we've got right now. I have a few more other like things, but none of it is set. I'm still trying to decide how I want it to go specifically. And again, that's why I say that I'm so unprepared this year, because as y'all know, I'm a huge plotter. I love planning these things. I love filling out, like, I like having a scene outline like done in October, ready for NaNoWriMo, where I like have every single scene individually in like a spreadsheet, and I have all these notes and outlines and stuff like that. And I don't have that this year. That kind of leads into what I was talking about earlier with no motivation or focus to write, because I've been struggling with that so bad the past week or two. Coming out of a super long break from both filming and also just writing, is going to be interesting going into this because NaNoWriMo is a challenge. You know, even before, like for me, someone who writes like every day, NaNoWriMo is a challenge. It's 50,000 words in 30 days, and that's hard. That's hard for any writer. That's really hard for any person who doesn't write. And so I'm sort of getting back into the swing of things with filming and writing, and it's been hard. It's been a lot harder than I anticipated. There are some times where I'm like starting to brainstorm ideas, just doing like a brain dump on paper or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm just falling back into it, falling back into the swing of things. And then times like today and yesterday where I sit down to like plot anything or get any ideas, and I'm just staring at the screen or the blank paper for hours, and like every once in a while taking a break to like get on my phone, and then I'm on my phone for hours. And I just, like, yesterday was not my day. I did not get anything done. I will say I did finally come up with the character names yesterday, so I'll give myself credit for that. Yeah, I didn't even have character names until yesterday. And the day I'm filming this is actually the day that this video goes up, because it was supposed to be a different video, but then the file got corrupted and it was a whole thing, and so I didn't have anything to upload for today. So now I'm sitting here at 1:30 p.m. filming this so that I can edit it, upload it, and get it all ready to go up at 5 p.m. That also means I'm not gonna have as much time to write today. I did get a little bit done earlier because I was plotting some and I had more ideas, and it was a nice little few sprints of plotting, but it's been hard. It's been hard to just find the motivation to write and find, I don't want to say like joy or passion for it, because I'm excited, but it's just hard to sit down and focus. And I also think part of that is because I haven't needed to like sit down and focus on something in a long time. Writing is a very solitary practice, and I haven't just like sat down by myself to like actually focus on something, and focus on something that like is actually like brain power. Like I have to sit, I have to think, you know what I mean? And I haven't done that in a long time. And so I think it's just sort of getting my body and my mind used to that again, and doing what I can to keep that motivation up, I suppose. And something I haven't tried yet that I should, because every other year it helps, is just going on like the NaNoWriMo forums, or writing subreddits, or writing blogs on Tumblr or something like that, and like hearing about other people's, or like watching other writing blogs. And I haven't even like really watched anything writing related since I've been back, or even while I was gone. So I should probably do that. Basically, I am very excited, but it's hard to focus. So if you're also dealing with that, I am right there with you. We're gonna find it together. We're gonna do it together, and I'm still gonna be vlogging for NaNoWriMo, so we can work through this together, and hopefully we can find that motivation and the sort of the drive again for that by November. You know, because that's gonna be a challenge, and I'm honestly kind of scared. I'm honestly kind of worried, and I know I'm saying that I'm like worried every year, but this year feels different. This year I am incredibly busy. I have a lot that I've been doing, a lot that I've been working on, that I'm so excited to share with you all. And I know in next week's video y'all will get to see a glimpse of that, but I've the past 6 months or so, I have never been busier. Like this, the past 6 months have been some of the busiest months of my life, when it comes to working on things and projects and other stuff outside of writing. But like I said, busy, and like Thanksgiving, holidays are coming up, and also just the whole motivation thing. So it's gonna be different. It feels different this year. I actually honestly kind of am scared. And so we're gonna do it together. We got it. And I think I just need to, you know, this honestly helped. I didn't get any like plotting done as I like talked through it out loud, but I feel like it was a nice little pep talk to like be realistic about what I'm feeling. And again, that's important to me. Y'all know that. I try to be as honest and genuine and open about the writing process as possible, because writing is stinking hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. And so challenging yourself with something like NaNoWriMo it's fun, but it is hard. But we've got it, and I just need to give myself a pep talk and work through it. I haven't given y'all a pep talk in a while. I have not given y'all a pep talk in a while, so we're gonna do a pep talk. And I have missed this, and I've missed y'all, and I know I'm kind of talking about a lot of things in this video, but I truly have missed this a lot. Just filming, interacting with y'all, and writing. I have missed that, and so yeah, we got it. We got it. Look at me. Let me grab. I'm gonna grab your face. Grabbing your face. Look. ASMR time. Okay. I love you. You're doing great wherever you are, whatever that looks like. I love you. You're doing great. We got it. If you're doing NaNoWriMo, we got it. If you're not doing Nano, we got it. We just, that's all. We got it. It's like the Polar Express, you know, the hot chocolate, where he sings a hot chocolate song. So we got it. I love you. You're doing great. You're doing great. I see you and I love it. I love you. Everything you're doing. You got it. I don't know why those are the only words that keep coming to my mind, but we got it. Let me know what y'all are doing for NaNoWriMo if you're doing it. If you're not doing it, just let me know what you're working on. Let me know what you're excited about in November, whatever that may be. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be back on this journey with y'all, and it's gonna be fun. I know it's gonna be fun, and I'm proud of us, okay? Proud of me, I'm proud of you. So we're gonna keep chugging along. We're gonna keep doing our stuff, doing our thing. And I love you. Please like this video if you liked it. It helps this channel out a lot. And subscribe if you're new. Hi, hello, welcome. But anyway, that's pretty much all I've got to say, even though I said a lot of things in this video. But thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate that. And I do hope you enjoyed. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.